All right, good afternoon, everybody. Dr. Gloria Pope here, and I am from Destination Tomorrow. I'm the Director of Educational Enrichment there. We offer services in regards to job readiness, entrepreneurship, financial literacy, NEDP, and other HSC, which is high school equivalency exams. We offer services for tutoring within our programming. Okay, Destination Tomorrow is the Bronx LGBTQI Center. I'm also the CEO of Black Girl Everything, where I promote and support Black women-owned businesses, as well as the director of Collin Allen Child Development Center, which is an early child center in Mount Vernon that I monitor and supervise. So I'm going to be going over this workshop today, which is called Learn the Basic with Google Ads. Now, this is definitely geared towards small businesses and individuals interested in actually starting businesses, but let's take a clear look at what that actually means for individuals starting a business. So people get so caught up in, I don't have a business, I don't have a business account, so why would I do ads? What am I doing ads for? So say you are in the ballroom scene and you want to get more people out there, you want to look for sponsorship in the ballroom scene. You might want to put a Google ad out for that. Say you are an independent contractor or you're looking for a babysitter, you can actually put an ad out for that. So my thing about with these workshops that might be geared directly towards small businesses and other organizations, and even for us as entrepreneurs, the big thing is that it's easy for you to get access to information that you may need for other reasons that may not be specifically for this. Now, say you are hiring a new nanny, you can put an ad out. Say you are selling your car, you can use Google Ads. So Google Ads can be used for anybody and everybody who's looking to reach more people for different types of reasons. So we're going to go through this workshop today on Google Ads and how they can be beneficial to everyone, because Google is worldwide. Everybody knows it, right? Google it's been out since I think 1990, I want to say. Individuals know its use and how it works. But this is just one of the many workshops that they have that we'll be presenting here with Destination Tomorrow on Wednesdays. We do a workshop at 1, and we also have another workshop on at 4 o'clock. And you also we find out we have workshops now that's going to be available for the next couple of Tuesdays that are going to be Spanish for Spanish speaking individuals. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. Okay, so Google Ads can help businesses large and small, okay? And again, it can help individuals as well. So all this information applies to everybody. So 49% of shoppers surveyed that they use Google to discover and find new items or products. 59% of shoppers surveyed that they just use Google to research purchases they plan to make in-store or online. So people are using Google for everything. They use Google to find jobs, they use Google to find products, Google to find people, Google to find apartments, Google to find anything, everything. So say if you're getting into real estate and you're a realtor, that's a business, right? You could post ads on here for different apartments that you have available. People are searching for everything on Google. I don't go anywhere to eat without Google in the place first. I don't go and purchase a car without Googling the company or Googling the car, right? We use it all the time to search for something. People says, I don't know about something, Google it. You can look it up, right? It's a thing. Just go Google it. Like we can say that, we could coin it, just Google it, right? Because people use it all the time in order to find resources and to find information. So using ads is a good way to reach customers. So even when we talk about, even for nonprofit organizations, right? Nonprofits are actually businesses. So say we're looking for shoppers. Shoppers are clients and customers that you're looking to find, right? So if you can use a Google ad, you can take this ad and put out and say, okay, we're having this ball, or I'm using references to Destination Tomorrow, or we're having this youth activity, or we're going to be hosting our second chance event that we're doing on April 19th at our Barnes location, which is going to be a large scale event for justice impacted individuals, right? We can put ads out about this information so individuals who are shopping for different stuff, if you use certain keywords, it's going to come up. So it's important that you understand how all these different things, they say, because businesses large and small, but you should operate your life like it's a business. Your life is a business. You're contracting your brain power out somewhere, right? You are soliciting money from individuals, right? You're maintaining your business by maintaining your health, your physical health, maintaining somewhere to live, maintaining your educational level, right? Which makes you a more adequate business. Because if we operate ourselves as enterprises, that's just how much more profitable we're going to be. So if you look at it through that lens, it doesn't matter what type of workshop you're going through, what type of workshop you're experiencing, because to thrive in any world, you have to think with a business mind. You have to take advantage of whatever opportunities might be in front of you. So this is a clear way you can do it is with Google Ads. Okay. So there's different benefits that come with online advertising. All right. So one, you can reach specific audiences. You can control when and where ads appear and how much you spend. Measure the results. Online advertising allows you to show ads to people who are actively searching for your products and services. Now, of course, with most of you using ads, there is a financial responsibility towards it, right? But some of these financial responsibilities are not even that much. You can sit here and say, I want to reach 10,000 people and it can cost you as low as 10 bucks. Now, say if you're hosting a gala or a ball or something for your organization, you want to reach people to get people to come, it's a good thing to invest $100 because $100 worth of advertisement can sell your $250 tickets, because all you need is one person to see the ad to actually make money off your investment. So that's how we have to think about it. Even with businesses and we're trying to grow things, we have to put something into them to get something back. Everything's not going to come to you for free. Okay, so the agenda for today, we're going to show you how Google Ads work. Right? We're going to talk about advertising on Google. We're going to talk about improving your ads, measuring success. Of course, it's going to be our recap, and I'm going to give you some resources at the end. So let's jump in. And did I share with sound? Hold on one second, everybody. Just make sure. I'm going to stop my share for 1 second. Just give me 1 second, because I want to make sure I did this when I shared my screen, which I probably didn't because I have a habit of that. Here we go. All right, to make sure you all can hear. Here we go.
Everybody likes jam. Who doesn't like jam? Seriously, I dream about flavors. Trade Street Jam Company makes low sugar vegan jams for pretty much everything under the sun. Honey, do you know how many things you can do with this jam? You can make cocktails, you can put on roasted meats or veggies, oatmeal. The uses are endless. I've been a chef for about 15 years. I needed something fun to do after work. I'm not a big TV watcher. I would stop at this store on the way home, grab a bunch of fruit, anything weird and exotic that they had, and I start cooking. I start jamming. Too much? You don't like the puns?
Do you like the bananas, honey? Yeah.
My husband is my test dummy, I guess you can say.
You want some more?
You like mommy's cooking?
When I started Trade Street, I was selling on another e-commerce platform, and we were also selling a lot of jam in person. But COVID hit and all the markets shut down, which freaked me out. I'm already scared about being a new mommy. And then on top of that, I'm worried about the life of my business. People started ordering specialty food online, so we immediately had to pivot and focus all of my efforts on selling online. When people go on Google and they search jam or jelly, I want them to be able to find my brand. With Google Ads, they can type those things in and I pop up. You guys, that's huge. Being able to sell on our website, it really did save us. I couldn't imagine going back to not using Google products. We went from making 2,000 jars every 2 months to making 2,000 jars every 2 weeks. Our sales increased by 1,000%. It was crazy. I've hired 4 or 5 different contractors. Hiring feels amazing. I think it's so important for our product to have a story behind it. I think when people see a woman behind the brand, a person of color, it just really adds something to that jar other than jam.
Oh, you kiss mommy. You kissing mommy.
I want Zola to be able to grow up and look at me and say, my mom did that. I wouldn't trade that for the world. Everybody likes jam.
All right, everybody, give me 1 second. Close the video. Let's go back to the workshop. Okay. All right, so now we're here. So now we're back to the actual workshop, and let's talk about how Google Ads actually work. That was a great video, by the way. I'm gonna have to check out her jam because that was great marketing, and she had the opportunity to get on here. So let's see. All right, how ads work on the Google search. So what happens is people go into the Google bar, right? And they search and they say start, they start a search query, right? It creates search results, and then boom, advertisers bid for opportunities to show their ads, right? Winners appear in the results in the ads label. Advertisers pay if search, click, and ad. Interesting fact. So you can list your business, have anything else, but once somebody clicks on it, that's when you actually have to pay. The people access the ad. That's interesting. Okay. So how the auction works. The auction determines which ads show their position. Google calculates ad rank to determine auction winners. Ad rank fluctuates depending on competition, context, and quality. Okay. So the auction has to do with one, how good your ad is, how many people are going to be interested in actually clicking your ad, because the thing about what Google is, they'll first of all, before you even post your ad, they have to clear it, right? And when they clear your particular ad or what you add on there, they want to make sure it's what people want. So it has to be quality. So that means that you're not going to sit there and use your rickety cell phone and go like this to make an ad, or you're not going to chop and cut things that's not clear. You need to hire a professional to actually create a good ad for you so you can actually get real views. And there's different ways that you can do that. You can master different skills with say things like Canva or even using Google itself to create actual video clips. So they have Google Ads for that, with Google Art, where you can make video stuff to put together. But it's really just about how are you going to utilize these different tools in order to get to the next, get your ad more visible, because it has to be a good ad. They're not going to use ads that are not going to be successful. So that's really what the auction works as. It works as what ad is going to get people to click and make people, because the point about it is that I want to sit there. If I have millions of people looking at my ad, at the ads in Google, I want the good ones at top. So you got to make sure you create something quality. Okay. This workshop focuses on text ads. Okay. Pay per click. Advertisers pay only when searchers click an ad. This is the benefit about that, right? So if people click on your ad, that's when you actually have, it goes down from your actual bank of funding that you put into Google. So if you're sitting there with an ad and nobody clicks on it, you actually don't really do anything. It doesn't really cost you anything because it's only admitted that the change happens when people put it on there. So say you're a freelance artist, right? Because you're a business if you're a freelance artist. People think, oh, I got to do all these cool things to start a business. You really, really don't. Just say I'm a business owner, because your life is a business, right? So say if you're a freelance artist and you're creating art and you want to start selling, you can put your ads up here through your Google account, right? And you can sit here and post stuff up so people can click on it and they can look for, like, say, art created by women of color, New York City, right? Or they can sit here and say looking for doula in New York City, right? You put that information in there, then all of a sudden people are going to find you. So access these things for your ads if you want to get out there and grow your enterprise of who you are as an organization. Okay. All right. Ads can also appear in partner websites. So what also will happen is Google Display Network can show the formats, including text, images, and video ads, right? Those are different ways that Google can actually put your stuff on there. So partner websites is really important. So say you use a different search engine, what will happen is your different search engines are searching on top of the other engines. They search on each other. So if you have your ad on Google and somebody's using a different search engine, there's a strong possibility they still find your products by putting on Google Ads, because Google is one of the most prominent spaces to actually do advertising. So a lot of those other search engines utilize the information on there because they want people to have that cool stuff too. So it's like this. It's like if you want everybody to come to the best party, you get the best DJs, right? You want everybody to come to eat at your restaurant, you post really good pictures of food, or you find the best chef, right? Somebody who has a following. So people rely on Google because Google has a following. So other search engines are going to go there and to get access of information that they can utilize for their sites. Sorry, let me mute my phone. Okay, hold on a second. Okay, all right, so let's move on. All right, so advertising on Google, let's talk about it. All right, get started with Google Ads. The first thing you're gonna do is visit google.com/ads. All right, you're gonna click start now. You're gonna sign into your Google account. So Google Ads will default in the smart mode to allow quick campaign setup, automated and management. All right. So last week, a couple of weeks ago, we were talking a lot about setting up Google yourself as your business on here. If you have not set up yourself as a business on Google, please refer back to my last video. You can watch it on my YouTube channel, Black Girl Everything. You go there, Black Girl Everything LLC on YouTube. You can find the video on how to set up your business, right? So do that first, because you want to have you want to set yourself up a platform like these workshops. I'm doing them in order specifically off of steps. So go back, watch that bad boy before you even get started with your Google Ads. But here, as you're working with Google Ads, you're going to sign into your account and it's first going to come up with a simple smart mode. Smart mode, what it does is it makes it life easier for you. It actually guides you through different things, okay? But we're going to talk about some of the differences. So you're going to enter your business name, very simple, because it's your business. If you are just an artist, or if you're just someone say, well, I don't have a business name, then use your own name, homie, because again, you are a business, you are an enterprise, your intellect, your brain power, things that you do. We are all businesses. Okay, so you're gonna enter your website, enter the page URL where you want the searcher to go after clicking your ad. This might not be your website homepage. Now, this part is important. Okay, pay attention. If you do not have a website, you can set up a free website with Google. I will be releasing a class, a workshop class for individuals on how to set up a free website with Google. That's one of the next trainings. So that one is a little bit more intricate, so I will not be presenting that live. I will be able to set you up with a workshop that you could do on your own, self-paced, where you can have a free FREE website through Google. I'm using them currently for all of my events and other things. So it's a free way you could do it. And I suggest it for individuals who are just starting out, who just need people to be able to click on something to get to a website version of themselves. Okay, you don't have to invest any money in it, just invest in some time. So when you're doing this, when you're doing your ad, now say you set up your free website through Google, or you have your website somewhere else, you want to choose not your home page, right? So say I'm going to be putting up, say I'm starting to sell these t-shirts, right? I'm gonna sell this t-shirt and I have it up there as an ad that now they're 20% off. I'm not going to put my main page so where people then have to go and click through different things to find access to it. What I'm going to do is put the website link in there. That's going to take them directly to this item. So all they have to do is click your size and press purchase. You want to take away all the hard part from individuals. Now, say you're providing a service, right? So an organization like, say, somewhere like Destination Tomorrow, Education Enrichment Department, I'm putting out an ad for the NEDP program where individuals can go to get their high school diplomas, right? They can do this self-paced online high school diploma programming through that Destination Tomorrow that I lead. So in order for people to thrive with that is, I'm gonna put the flyer up, join the NEDP today, different information about it with a Google ad. On here, I'm gonna put the URL that's gonna be linked to this particular ad is going to be the one that's going to take them directly to the page in the education department on the Destination Tomorrow website where people can click to register for more information or click for individuals, somebody to give them a call back because they're interested in enrolling in this program. It's not going to go on the main page. It's not going to go to the marketing page. It's not going to go to the COVID disparities page or any of our other pages that are on our website. It's going to go directly to where the person wants, because you don't want your customers or clients to have to search. They should not have to work hard to find the information that they're looking for. Okay. All right. So let's go to the next one. All right. So review the landing page, review the web page and the mobile and desktop. Please make sure you're checking things out on your campaign on how it looks and how it formats on the phone. People don't do that a lot. Got to make sure everything's formatting the same way you see on the computer that it formats on the phone, because if you're not, you have to adjust it for the mobile version. People miss that. There's a mobile version and there's a web version when you do websites, okay? When you do anything, there's a mobile version and a web version. If you ever go to somebody's website and on phone, it looks all discombobulated, and then you go, oh, you gotta look at it on a computer. What? No, there's a way to fix that. Just make sure you align it the correct way. Okay, so select an advertising goal. Choose an advertising goal. Ask yourself, what should potential customers do after they see your ad, right? Think about it. Do you want to get more calls? Do you want to get more website sales and leads? Get more visits to a physical location? Get more views or engagement on your YouTube? Like a big thing for me is going to be engagement on my YouTube, right? Trying to monetize my YouTube. So the big thing for me is like putting up ads and campaigns and ways is to shovel people towards the Black Girl Everything LLC page to click as many views as possible. So that's one thing I would do with ads and why the reason why I select, right? So think about what your goal is and what is going to be your purpose for advertising this actual ad. Is it to get more clients? Is it to get more views? What are you looking for? What is your point? What is your purpose? Okay, perfect. Let's go to the next page. Okay, so write your ad. All right, ads have 3 headlines and 2 description lines. Optionally, include a clickable call button. I like clickable call buttons. Clickable call buttons makes everybody's life so much simpler. I'm dropping the spring issue of the Black Girl Everything magazine on the 31st, last day of Women's History Month. And throughout the magazine, there's different authors and people who've paid for ads and stuff on this magazine. All those pages have clickable buttons, right? So people who are looking at the magazine digitally can click on these buttons and get access to these different products that are advertised throughout this magazine, or get access to like coming to the women's conference that I'm hosting on April 22nd, the Winners Conference. It's gonna be a dope situation, April 22nd, right? So there's different ways that people can get access. So call those little clickable buttons. People like the easy life. You ever look at a website like, yo, but how do I buy the product? And you quit? Like I do all the time. Like it just pisses me off. Like I don't want to be in a position where I gotta keep on looking. I don't want to have to keep on looking. I want it to be simple and easy. So it's like register here, buy now, tickets here. So it's basic things so people can click, because people don't want to have to think that much. So when we're writing your ads, consider always doing a clickable call button, because it makes life easier. You will always increase your sales. You will always increase your connectivity with individuals, right? So ads have 3 headlines and the two description lines. So you're gonna see headline is things that you can write about with the titles about it. So it looks at the top. As you see at the demonstration right here, you say your ad line, your ad lines, all the different things about what the ad is going to be called, right? And then the description gives a description about what it is. And it tell you about how many characters you can have there, okay? So add keywords to your themes. Keywords is like important. Keywords is how Google allows people to find you. So themes should be relevant to the advertised product or service. So say you're sitting there, you're making bonnets that are halfway do-rags. I made it up, right? Because sometimes I want a do-rag around the side here, and I kind of need the bonnet on my top because I got some curls going these days, right? Because bonnets don't work because they're too fluffy, don't lay down my sides. And then do-rags are too tight, and then they flatten my hair. So I need a bonnet do-rag, right? I'm just saying, somebody needs to create that, a bonnet do-rag. I'm not going to create it. Somebody think about it. Somebody make it for me. I need a bonnet do-rag. So what's going to happen is, like, say the themes for that will be hair, will be black hair, 4C hair, men's hair, women's hair, keep your waves, things like that, waves in hair, wave caps, bonnets, all those are to be the key words they put in. So when people sitting there and they look for, is there a bonnet, is that, I wonder if this actually exists though. Is there a bonnet wave cap? Is there a bonnet do-rag? Does that really exist? Like, right? Somebody needs to really make that. I know somebody creates bonnets. I'm really gonna ask her about that later. But anyway, I'm sorry, I'm getting distracted. We focus on you guys. So yeah, so you will put that different information in there so people can find it, right? And then the theme should also match or add or related searches. So this is how people want to find your products. So say if you create custom waist beads, right? If that's something that you do, you're going to sit here and say beads from Africa, beads, custom beads, handcrafted beads, 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 beads. You're going to say something all around there, waist beads, trim your waist. Think small. You're going to weight reduction tools. Those are the types of things you're going to put in there because those are reasons why people do waist beads, right? Because that just makes sense. So when they're looking for different stuff, it'll come up. So you want to be very clear about your keyword, your themes, and your keyword searches. This is the same thing that we talk about with hashtags, because hashtags have the same power of elements through Facebook, Twitter, and everywhere else. Your hashtags is how people will find relevant information that are connected to you. So it's the same thing with your keywords when you're looking at it this way. Okay, so select the location, decide where to display your ad. Options include a radius around an address, specific zip codes, cities, or regions. So say you're trying to reach a specific population. When we're running a business, you need to search the population that you are wanting to serve. Okay, so for me, I promote and support Black women-owned businesses, right? Women of color, definitely women of color. So the last thing I'm really gonna do is go to an area like where like the Dutch Amish are in Pennsylvania and drop an ad. Why am I dropping an ad right there? That's not the population that I serve. That's not who I'm actually trying to reach. So this is where some research comes in. Like New York is always a win. It doesn't matter what you sell, what you do. New York is, because New York is like, you know, the melting pot of the whole wide world. You can find your population anywhere in New York. Everybody is part of your population in New York. But say you live somewhere like Maine. I will struggle to thrive in Maine, right? That's not the population that I serve. Certain parts of Connecticut, not necessarily the population that I serve, right? So it's just really about who do you serve and why would you drop those things there? Like I'm not going to drop in a zip code where there's predominantly farms. Why would I do that? Why would I place an ad in that area? That doesn't make any sense because I'm not providing a service that necessarily supports people. So when you're dropping your ad and you want people to click, you got to be very specific to make sure you're choosing a space that's going to be beneficial for the individuals you're trying to find. So say if you're also looking for individuals to come to your next ball, you're promoting a ball, promoting a ball, promoting a ball, promoting a party, you're going to drop your ad in specific locations of the individuals you want to reach. So say you're hosting the first best bride pride party that I'm going to be at in Brooklyn on June 24th. So if you're running an ad for that ad is going to drop it in Brooklyn, Queens, Baltimore, major cities, DC, where the community can see it, where they might want to come over to this party. So it's really about being very strategic on how you're placing your ads and why you're placing your ads in the positions you're putting your ads. And the zip codes and cities matter. And this is where research comes in. So if you're doing, say if you're looking for, let's see, what am I looking for now? Say I'm looking for, turtles. So I'm looking for aquatic turtles, right? I have an aquatic turtle business where I custom make turtles. This is my favorite turtle right here. And I want to sell to other kids and other people, right? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to look in places to drop my ad, one, where there's a large population of children, people who like aquatic lifestyles, Florida, Maryland, the Jersey Shore coast, those types of areas, right? Because if people look like, oh, can I get a sea turtle? Right? Can I get a sea turtle? Like you're not going to really go to like the middle of Harlem and the kid is necessarily looking for a sea turtle. That's not part of that population. So dropping that ad there, you may not be as successful with dropping your sea turtle ad on 149th Street. Like really? That's not really, they're not going to be searching for that there. So does that really work? But Black women-owned businesses on 149th Street? Yes. Parties on 149th Street? Yes. Other consulting services on 149th Street? Yes. Those things make sense. But sea turtles does not. So you got to be very clear about decisions you make on where you're going to be physically dropping your ads, okay? If you're an artist, you're looking at Soho, you're looking at the Village zip codes, you're looking at those different types of areas, you're looking at Greenwich Village, you're looking at people where culture is necessarily appreciated, Harlem, the Renaissance, all those different zip codes, 100 Frederick Douglass Boulevard, all those different areas, people who like to, the people who have the brownstones, okay? The Upper West Side, the Upper East Side. So those are things you got to think about when you're promoting. You can't, it's like I'm going to be hosting a burlesque party, but I'm going to go drop off flyers or I'm going to put flyers at the library. Like, why would you do that? That doesn't make any sense, right? You're not going to go to your public library to drop that off. So make sure the ads that you're putting out is clear to the location of where you're trying to find clients and customers, because it's all about location. If you want to increase your revenue and your sales, you got to connect with new people, and you cannot connect with new people if you're not going to the right locations. Set a budget is all about the money. Right? Select the budget option or enter your own, see the estimate of monthly clicks, check or pause at any point in time, right? So setting a budget, so you can set a budget. So say you do something like I'm going to do $2.80 a day, right? Daily average. Don't spend no more than that. No more than $85 for the month, right? So you get an estimate of 40 to 110 clicks per month. So say something, somebody like for me, like I do consulting, right? I coach clients, I work with clients. My average, I literally charge about $250 an hour, right? For coaching services. Or if you get a longer monthly or contract, this is a much more affordable rate, right? So I do coaching. So say for me, all I need is one person to book an hour, right? And I can make 3 months of my advertising. So why would I not invest that type of money to make up that type of sales? So like recommended for you, like say right there, say if you want 120 to 280 ad clicks each month at $7.40 a dollar, or like $225 a month, right? People say, oh, that sounds like so much money. But if you're doing, let's say you're a licensed doula, or you're an artist, or you're a business owner. So say you created, let's go back to our, I really want this bonnet do-rag situation. I really want this made. So say you have custom made and you got the trademark and everything for the bonnet do-rag, right? And your bonnet do-rags, because they're so cool and everybody really wants these bonnet do-rags, especially when people are froze, it makes so much sense, right? To have a bonnet do-rag. So you have the bonnet do-rag and you know you're selling them for $25 a pop, right? But you could go ahead and spend that extra couple of money for $225 because all you need to do is sell 8. And if you get the opportunity for 120, 280 clicks, then that definitely works. For say, even with the bonnet do-rag, the girls who want the slick sides and they want the ponytail at the top, are you guys really understanding how I'm selling somebody's business? Somebody really needs to create this bonnet do-rag situation. And it's okay. I'm gonna give y'all all the credit. Just tag me in this video and say you got the idea for me. That's all I need. That's all I definitely need. Because my point is, how profitable that bonnet do-rag can be. So if people have that as an option, right? You're gonna have to sell that many. So it's okay to invest a little bit to get more opportunity for more clicks and for people to see you. So you could be the big baller and spend $17 a day. Your daily clicks are 532 monthly, but they get 280 to 650 clicks per month, right? Those are the things that they set up for you. Or you can select your own budget. You can go and do $1.25 a day because that's where you feel comfortable. You can go and do 50 cents a day because that's where you feel comfortable. You might only get 5 to 10 clicks a month. That's up to you, right? On how you want to invest in it. But ultimately, think about the droves of people who are going to come in and start supporting your business. Because if you spend, say you be a baller and start off with the lower 280 and $85. And I'm not promoting that you go spend $85. I'm not telling you to do so. Zoom was comfortable for you. It might just be $25. But if you do $25 over 6 months, you might make thousands of dollars. Ultimately, depending on what your product is and what your service is. So really consider those numbers when you're starting to think about how you want to run your ad. And then remember, if you're not getting results, you may not getting results not because Google's doing their job. You may not be getting results because your ad isn't good enough. And that goes back to creating ads and promotions and getting good imagery of your products and your subscriptions to make people intrigued to want to buy, because they cannot get an ad and then they're like, okay, this doesn't really work. Like say we watch a video on the Jam app. Like I'm going to look up the Jam app. Like I'm going to look her up. Like I want to go meet her. I want to sit down. I want to taste her jam. I'm not even a jam-like person, but I'm going to go taste it because that video was dope. Right? It's intrigued me to want to get to know her organization and her business. So you got to find people to create those types of things for you. And if you want a list of people who create videos, please hit me up at Black Girl Everything LLC because I got them for you. And they're all Black owned. All right. So review your campaign to make sure all your information is accurate. You can make edits before sending the campaign live. So double check, make sure things are spelled right. Get your friend to check it that can actually spell, right? Or do something like before you put things in there, put things inside of a Word document or a Google document, go to a Google Doc, put the language in there and check it for grammar and then copy and paste it and put it back, right? Because you want to make sure that all that stuff is adequate. You don't want a lot of misspellings on an ad that you're going to see, show millions of people. All right. Then you're going to set up your billing, confirm your payment information, and then press submit. So it can be attached to your business account card. You should be using your business account for this, not your personal account, right? And set it up where it can actually charge your card. Everybody knows about that, right? Confirm your payments, press submit. So that's basically how you do this. So comparing campaign options. So there's different ways that you can do campaigns. So for smart campaigns, right? Bidding is automated, ad assets are automated, keyword editing, advertising can make a change. Keywords, that's important. Where ad shows is definitely automated. Landing pages, one per campaign. So you can't put a whole bunch of links on check this page, check that page on every campaign. You don't want to do that anyway, because you have people confused. So if you're doing an ad campaign on t-shirts, do it on the one t-shirt. Yes, you would have to put a campaign if you have multiple products. If you're an artist and you have multiple pieces you want to sell, then you have to do an ad campaign for each of them. Or you make a neutralized campaign of you're doing consignments or commission-based work, right? Commission-based work. So if you're doing commission-based work, then you're going to sit there, put a gorgeous picture of yourself painting, right? And then you're going to say, oh, I do commissions, or I do this, or whatever, right? So you got promoted that way. So for search campaigns, advertisers are managing, advertiser management. So it's telling you all the different options of how the campaign, compare the campaign options. You can do smart campaigns or search campaigns, all right? Two different types. You can review them some more. All right, so detailed reports for campaign, they give you ad grouping, keywords, and most of it is really you. Smart campaigns, they do the hard lifting for you. As you start getting more familiar with your ads and how you're running your ads, then you can switch over to search campaigns. You can make it more accustomed to you. But jumping into it, I will go with smart campaigns because they figure out a lot of the hard stuff for you. Okay, it's helpful to understand your account structure, right? So unique element, unique email address, password billing rights. Important to know your campaign, your budgeting, and your settings, keywords, right? But it's all about budgeting and settings. So it's really about you know what you're doing, right? Don't just say don't jump off this call. Do not. I do not want somebody to inbox me. Oh, your presentation was so great. I already launched my first ad. You cannot launch your first ad without actual content and understanding and educating yourself about what you are going to be promoting in this ad. Please and thank you. Don't jump the gun. Take your time, do your research, look at your budget, look at your settings, and look who you're trying to reach before you look at your keywords. So give yourself a chart, organize it, structure it, see what you're going to be putting out as ads. Are you going to do a monthly promotion? You're going to do a weekly promotion? Like, what are you going to be promoting so people can see? Okay, so transition to expert mode. When smart campaigns navigate new campaigns, switch to expert mode. Okay, are you a professional marketer? You can use expert mode. Most of you who are probably on with this call to me, most of you in the Black Girl Everything who are experiencing this, we're not experts. I'm not an expert, so I know you're not either. So it's okay. You don't need to switch to, it's for professional marketers can go to expert mode because they know what they're doing. Allow Google to kind of lead you through and hold your hand a little bit until you get more knowledgeable and you can switch to expert mode. Okay. So we're going to slide right through here. So to create a search campaign, now this is what happens. This is for the experts. I'm not going to really sit here and try to land any of this information because it's for people who really, really know what they're doing. And after a while, you can get to this point. But select search under campaign type. You can do select campaign settings, set up ad groups, create groups, review, and launch. Okay. So let's go with improving our ads. What's in a text ad? 3 headlines, each 30 characters, 2 description lines, 90 characters, and a final URL. Choose the most relevant page on your site. So we talked about that, right? We talked about using the URL is going to take people directly to the t-shirt that they saw in the physical ad. Okay, tips for writing great ads. Y'all ready? Everybody go check out Trade Street Jam and let her know that you saw her. So I presented this video about her. Holler at her, Trade Street Jam. She's dope. I gotta really buy some jam. That looks cool. It's vegan and low in sugar. We got sour cherry ginger. That's probably good on some toast. But anyway, let me get focused here. A great ad is relevant to the searchers group. Jam versus buy cranberry jam. Includes keywords and answer. Inspires action. Call now. Order today. Okay. So for more tips, you can go to g.co/text ads tips for more tips on how to actually create sufficient ads. Okay. So here we go. So smart campaigns, what is a keyword theme? Keyword themes are words or phrases that help match your ads with Google searches. So you want to use words that are relevant to whatever product that you sell or whatever service that you provide. Again, you want to use words that are specific to that. So you see, we're talking about the jam company. We got fruit jam, strawberry jam, fig preserves, fig jam, raspberry jam. I'm surprised that vegan jam is not in there. That could have been another good thing for this particular search engine for that particular product. Okay, smart campaigns, how to improve keyword themes. Aim for maximum of 7 to 10 themes. Think your customers, remember your advertising strategy, create separate campaigns for different groups of keyword themes and add negative keyword themes, okay? So your ads show when people search for your keyword themes and related phrases. Okay, all right, so fruit jam, strawberry jam, fig preserves, we all different seeds. So all those different things relate to the theme of the products that they're selling. So this is also the concept about why you need to be organized, because you cannot try to sell your whole collection under the same themes, right? Because the more detailed you are with your themes and the more specific you are about the particular products, the more likely you are to get a sale, because someone is going to be able to find the exact product that they're actually looking for, not your collection of products. All right, so in expert mode, what is a keyword? Jam is broad, right? Jam is a phrase. We have jam, exact, and band, okay? Okay. Ads may show searches that relate to your keywords. Ads may show searches that include the meaning of a keyword. Ads may show searches that mean the same as your keyword. Prevents your ads from showing, right? Because it has nothing to do with the ad. So you just want to make sure that you're picking keywords that are actually relevant to your thing. And this is definitely when you're in expert mode. Again, until you have more practice with utilizing ads, I wouldn't be utilizing it in an expert mode. I would just be utilizing the other mode until you become more familiar. All right. So expert mode tip, keep planner. Keyword planner helps you discover new keywords, get search volume, and see performance forecasts. So you can go in here and discover different keywords. You can actually look at forecasts and volume, play with it, see how it's going. You can switch back to the regular mode. But this is for expert marketers. Until you become an expert in marketing, this is not necessarily your lane, but you should have a planner of organizing your thought process. Think about, so when you set up an ad, say you're setting up an ad because you did this t-shirt, right? So I did the ad for this t-shirt. You should be documenting what keywords you use, all the different key things that you know, then track how your sales went. So now you make a new t-shirt. You make this t-shirt now. You make a different t-shirt. This one says unity. The next t-shirt you're gonna make go say togetherness, right? Now you have a togetherness t-shirt. Now you're posting it up there. You're gonna add this. You might use those same keywords because you got a lot of profits, but say you did not get a lot of sales. Maybe try changing the things in the keywords and then see if that one works. Because now you can go back and compare the two and say, okay, when I ran this ad in April, this one didn't really work. But when I ran this ad, and I changed a couple of keywords, this works. So then you can start defining what words are not really triggering for your ads and what's not working. So you need to keep a logbook of what you're doing and information. You can do that very easily with a Google Doc, because you should take it. That's what I'm saying. Also, when you're doing your ads, put everything on a Google Doc. It's going to check your spelling, do anything, but it's also going to keep all the content there for you. So you're constantly not rethinking things. So say in April, you ran this ad for this t-shirt, but now it's Unity. You want to come back, you want to flow with it again in November, because now you have this whole togetherness and family harvest. You want to do this whole sticking together with families through Unity, right? On your t-shirt. So you would play that thing again in November. Now you all have to do is go back to your Google Doc and copy and paste everything over. You don't have to rethink. Right? And you can do it from anywhere. You can be at your work office, your home office, because your Google Doc is always available through your Drive, right? So if you're not available, you don't understand Google Docs or how to use Drive, please let me know, because I can schedule you set you up also with free workshops or self-guided work to do that as well. Okay. But so what are ad assets? Assets expand your ad with additional information. Call out assets, site link assets, price assets, promotion assets. Okay. Again, this is all under the expert mode on how you operate through here. So that's why some of the language is like, I'm not even sure what you're talking about, because totally, I'm not 100% sure what I'm talking about. So it's all about the assets, about looking at how your ad, your campaign is definitely functioning. So you can take different looks at that. So again, this is also just in expert mode for expert marketers, but the goal is that you start off in the smart mode and then you move on to expert mode, because you've been doing this and you're understanding to be more specific on how to make sure you're getting getting your campaigns out to the specific people you want to reach. Okay, so measuring success. How are you going to measure success with these ads? Let's talk about it. Something to think about. What are your advertising goals? What do you want to accomplish? Do your ads help you reach the business goals? Do they help you reach them? Are you getting anywhere? Are you getting more clients? Are you getting more customers? Are you reaching more people? Is that what's happening? Right? So reporting terminology. So those of you who play on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, we all know the word impressions, right? That's how many times your ad was displayed, whether it was clicked or not. So impressions is like, how many times do people see the ad, right? So if you're talking, how many times do people see the ad? How many times did it go across? Those are your impressions, right? That doesn't mean that people clicked it, touched it, or did anything. They just saw it, right? This is another reason why your logos and stuff need to be in your ads. Like DT, when we do DT flyers, Destination Tomorrow is always on every single thing. It's all about the branding, right? I did a workshop on excuse me, branding as well. You can find that out on my my page on the YouTube channel, Black Girl Everything LLC, if you want to talk about your branding. So the next thing is about clicks. When users click on your ads, how many people clicked it? How many people clicked it? And this is a good trick. So say you want to run an ad you're going to run an ad for 14 days, right? And you're looking at it, only 2 or 3 people clicked it over the 14-day span. Take it out, switch it, and put in a different version of the ad. Try a different angle, try better lighting, try a video, try something else, and then run it for another 2 weeks and see if your clicks increase. Then you'll know that it was the ad that I put out wasn't reaching people because people weren't interested physically in that ad. Okay, so conversions, when a click on an ad results in a desirable outcome, AKA, you know that you had 25 clicks in the month of April for your t-shirts, but when people clicked and they went to the other part, you only had 15 sales. That's your conversion. That's a click to conversion rate. That things matters, right? So you can have impressions. How many people see things all day long, right? They see it, that's great. People clicking on an ad is great, right? You can say, oh, that's wonderful. But if it's not converting to sales, that is where you need to question, why aren't people converting to sales? Like the Black Girl Everything website, I can say, I have my website. It's great that, 25, 35, 45 people may click on my website. But if I'm getting 0 sales, what is causing the disconnect that people aren't actually purchasing, right? Right. So that's where you need to start figuring out within your organization of your business of why people aren't biting, why aren't people interested? Okay. All right. Reports and smart campaigns. Smart campaigns, where most of us live that, right? In smart campaigns. Smart campaigns offer simplified reports, including impressions, clicks, and conversions. It's optional. That don't necessarily needs to be there. You can actually track your own conversions very easily, right? By saying, how many sales you got. So we're talking about like a Trade Street Jam company again. So they had 0 impressions, 0 clicks, and they have 250,000 want to spend over the span of a month, right? So they'll also see they give you cool recommendations on what you can actually do, which is cool. All right. And it also has, so you can see these basic numbers, how many impressions you're getting, how many clicks you're showing. So if you're not getting enough impressions, it's not really going anywhere because your ad is not making it through the auction because it's not a qualified ad, then again, you want to refigure who you configure your ad. If you're not getting enough clicks, it's like, why aren't people being called to action to click on the ad? So you also want to check that out. Okay. All right. Reports and search campaigns. Search campaigns includes detailed reports, including ad groups, ads, landing pages, and keywords. All right. So you'll be able to see this in your Google ad account, which is free. Remember, it's free to set up an account. You can spend as much as you want to spend on how much you're going to spend on here. Okay. But you can sit here and you can see how many people are necessarily clicking on here. How many people are accessing the information, right? How many people from what different ad groups are showing up? Does it show location on here too? Let's see. Keywords, audiences. So I guarantee in audiences and demographics is showing who and what and why are the people who are actually clicking on your ad, right? That makes sense. Who has a budget of $900 a day? Word, what are they promoting? I'm just saying, I want that type of budget. It's a lot of money. So that, major marketing companies are spending that type of money on different ads. Obviously, they get 64.4 million impressions and 553,000 clicks. Wow, That's amazing. But anyway, so yeah, so you can see that there's different options, different ways you can see the different information. And then by looking at your demographics, you can also see who your ads are reaching, who they're not reaching. So if you're trying to reach males in between the age of 18 and 24, right, because you're doing an event or something for them, you want to maybe change your ad so it's reaching that particular community. Okay, so track conversions in Google Ads. Reporting columns show how ad leads are to viable customer actions. Learn things like the number of conversions, cost per conversion, conversion rate, and much more. So new conversion actions, so it can show you how how things are actually turning into actual sales, right? And clicks to the call, they click on, let's see, get directions, local actions, directions, primary, Google hosted, all conversions. Yeah, so it shows you the actions in them. So the conversions is not necessarily something necessary that you need to use. I think when you're just getting started, one of the key things you definitely need to know is your impressions and the amount of clicks you're getting, because that's the basics of seeing how people are actually relating to the ads that you're using. Okay, so you could also track conversions with Google Analytics. Google Analytics will actually link themselves to your websites, okay, especially if you're using your free Google website. So you can follow your customers from a point where they first interact with your site and completing the goal you set them up to do, okay? If you have a Google, again, you have a Google website, you can easily set up your Google Analytics, will market your Google ads, and it will show you the demographics, how far people got into your websites or your pages, how far did they go with the process, and you can find real good data that you can read to in order to shift things around and shake things up to become that expert marketer. You need the analytics, okay? So recap and resources. So we talked about how Google Ads works. Honestly, is dope, right? You can budget yourself however you want to budget yourself. You can go ahead and budget yourself as low as $5 a week, you know, $2 a day. If that's what you really want to do, you could do $1 a day, 50 cents a day, but it's really up to you. So advertising on Google, we talked about improving your ads. Improving your ads are incredible, okay? Find someone who's a professional to help you with your ad creation, who actually really understands videography and really making good videos, okay? Measuring success. All right, so then let's talk about then our recap and resource. Why does it say recap and resource at the end there? Really, really weird. Okay, so to keep on learning, people, you can check out Grow with Google's YouTube channel. They drop a new video every single Thursday. Some of them are shorter, some are longer. You can also follow my YouTube channel, Black Girl Everything. On YouTube, you can find great videos that we have done here with the Grow with Google campaign. We're going to continue to do these for the next 24 months. You'll be seeing more videos come out. We're doing a workshop every single Wednesday, so it's going to be a lot of free content. Eventually, we will be repeating some workshops. Again, if you're interested in some self-led work on some skills, please reach out to me. I have access to set you up with with applied digital skills. There are Google career certificates that were available through these different concepts, but a lot of this information is available through the applied digital skills, where you can get certificates and trainings and certifications. You can reach out to me directly at drpope@destinationtomorrow.org. I can register you and set you up in a classroom for different content. You're going to start, please make sure you're also following the Destination Tomorrow Instagram page. Is Destination Tomorrow 452 on Instagram, as well as follow Black Girl Everything LLC on Instagram, and as well as Destination Tomorrow 1 and Black Girl Everything LLC on Facebook. Follow us on both those locations, because we'll be issuing out new coursework to start registering people for some self-guided applied digital skills. Now, again, this is for justice impacted individuals. If you know anybody who has ever been arrested, who knows a family member who's been arrested, who has ever been incarcerated, or family member has been incarcerated, these are definitely for these individuals. And because this is the focus of this whole grant, is to work with justice impacted individuals. If you have ever at any point in time had an interaction with the police or the justice system, at any point in your life, you are justice impacted, okay? So that means that you can qualify for these free workshops, or just hit me up, say you want a free workshop, I'm gonna put you in anyway. So it's really just about for justice impacted individuals. And I just want to reach more young folks, definitely young folks that can put in, that can get these trainings towards jobs. If you know people, please set them up with me, get them to watch the videos on the YouTube channel. Let me work with them and set them up with these free workshops. If they need a space to come to, they can come to Destination Tomorrow's Education Enrichment Center. where I have plenty of laptops where I can set them up on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday in between the hours of 4 and 6 o'clock in the evenings. And they can come in and actually do this type of work. So that is the goal of DT. Our goal is to train over 3,000 people. So I need more people. Send them my way to do these free workshops, okay? Send them, to have them register for our weekly trainings as well. So you also get free online training and tools, which I was just talking about with Applied Digital Skills. There's so many skills that are free. I can set you up with anything. Schedule an appointment with me. Let's talk about what you want to learn. There's over 200 workshops that I can put you in that you can get these skills. And then at the end, you will actually get a certificate that you can use in reference to your jobs. You can use in reference for getting grants, saying that our employees are certified in different areas, okay? So what's your action plan? Write down one thing you will do to promote your products and your services online. Google is a great resource where they give all these free opportunities out here for you to do your business. I hope you all have set up your business plan, again, your business account on Google. Again, that is free to set up your business on Google. You can use these ads. Please utilize these ads. You can do a free Google website, Google Drive, Google, all these Google things are all free. You don't have to pay for this stuff. All you need is access, and you can get access that quickly from your phone. You can download these things from your phone for free, right? And have access to this information. All right. So thank you so much for tuning in for this session today on Google Ads. I enjoyed learning with you. The secret is I tell everybody in all my sessions, I actually don't study this information. I present it and I go with it in the flow of me just being present with you, and I learn. And again, if somebody really wants to make that do-rag bonnet situation, please, there's a couple of people I'm gonna reach out to who I know who custom make bonnets. And I'm really gonna ask them about this do-rag bonnet situation, because I think this could be different levels. There could be like an A do-rag bonnet, B one, depending on how your hair is, that you can scale up and down in between. Yo, I'm so excited about that project. I'm really gonna find somebody to create it. All right. So thank you all for tuning in today. I appreciate you. Catch me back here next week. I'll be back here next week. I don't know what I'm doing next week. I don't even know what the workshop is. There's another workshop today at 4 o'clock that's available. You can go to Grow with Google Partners, a Google community, and find free workshops to register for. And once you register for one, you'll always get emails about future workshops. And I'm just happy to be here, happy to educate, happy to work with you folks. Thank you all for tuning in. You are all great. And until next time, bye-bye. Hey, Diamond, I stopped recording and everything. You're gonna stay on this call.